everyone, welcome back to another reaction. Now today, bro, we've got Zech felms. Subscribe. Yeah, I heard this guy is funny. Wow, 116,000 subscribers. That's actually not bad. So anyway, we're gonna be seeing the latest shorts and see how they are. Let's just see.
Some wild dogs carry a parasite that makes them bolder, turns them into pack leaders, and spreads to other dogs through bites. And when a human gets infected with this parasite, they also become more confident and fearless. They can achieve career success. Some wild dogs.
So funny though. Okay. Okay, so saying if a wild dog just does it can infect the human and just make it smell people's asses. Dude, how's that possible? Okay, yeah, we're moving on.
The small toy engine is attached to the edge of a cup of milk and chocolate, and then by pressing a button, it starts and mixes the content. You see, this toy was invented to entertain chaotic toddlers during meals, but if you use a...
Okay, no, this one, yeah, I'm not talking about
Only a few people know how to pick a ripe watermelon. First, tap it to make sure it sounds hollow. Then, give it a good smell. If it smells like summer and sugar, you're on the right track. And finally, gently make a small hole in it. Only a few people...
Bro, what the hell? Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure to get the right watermelon, you have to make sure it's hollow. Then give it a good smell, and then you just, bro, and then you just make a hole in it.
Only a few people know how to pick.
You know, like you can do your business. That's way too much. Okay.
He lit and threw a firecracker into the toilet as a joke. But when the fuse is dipped in water, you might think it turns off instantly. That's not the case. You see, if you put your grandmother on the toilet, the fuse can reignite. He lit and threw a...
So basically, you could just put it inside and it won't go out. And then your grandma, if your grandmother sits on it, she will explode.
Police removed her prosthetic legs for a more detailed inspection and told them that they could wait outside. The boy became upset because the old lady could not walk now. But suddenly a police officer had an incredible idea. He removed the legs from... Police removed her prosthetic leg...
Okay, so he removed the legs. And then he had an idea. Oh, where's his arms though? Oh. And then he had an idea, and he put the woman on a chair. Okay.
When your mom throws a slipper at you, how fast can it go? You see, a small caliber bullet reaches about 365 meters per second. And compared to that, a slipper flies at about 90 meters per second, which is just enough to break a wall. Finally, if you attach the slipper to a rocket launcher, the final speed is so high. When your mom throws a slipper at you, how fast can it go? You see?
Bro. How fast is fun? Yeah, right. No way this works, right?
If you pump air into the soles of your shoes, can you run on water? You see, compressed air contains nitrogen, which allows them to float. And if you wear them, you could actually run on water for miles before they... If you pump air...
Before they deflate, messy. Dude, a shark just attacked him and... Yeah, the noise from FNAF 2 came.
If you make a tiny cut on the edge of the coin before tossing it in the air. You see, this small cut changes the balance of the coin, making it land on one side more often, guaranteeing your win. Now choose the correct side of the coin and make a tiny cut on the edge of the coin.
Basically, if you put the hole in the coin, and when you flip on the right side...
Make a tiny cut on the edge. Make a tiny...
Right.
The coin.
Some random guy is gonna do jujitsu on you and then put his naked balls on your face. So.
He quickly pushes and jumps over it, and with a twisting motion of his hips, the bicycle starts moving. You see, this bike was designed for two people moving in opposite directions, but at high speed, they collided with each other, resulting in pregnancy. He quickly pushes and jumps.
Dude, he said resulting in pregnant. I swear he said resulting in pregnant.
By pressing the button, the fan lowers to bed level. Then, by moving slightly closer to it, you can shave your butt hair. This brilliant invention was created by pressing the button, the fan...
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
By pressing the button, the fan lowers to bed level. Then, by moving slightly closer to it, you can shave your butt hair. This brilliant invention was created by...
Bro just showed his naked balls.
By pressing...
They had to cover it up. And look at this Mona Lisa, bro. Guys, you see that Mona Lisa?
By pressing the button...
He just showed his naked... Yeah, and butt hair isn't even a real thing. He even showed his naked balls and they had to go... What is wrong with this channel?
She put her baby in a stroller as she approached the airport checkpoint. You see, people with children were allowed to skip the line and go straight to the gate. But suddenly, security took the baby out of the stroller. She put her baby in a stroller.
What? Bro. Okay, yeah, that makes no sense.
If someone pushes you and grabs your shirt, bring your left leg behind you and quickly turn your hips. This movement will force your opponent to fall. If it doesn't work, try again several times. If someone pushes you and grabs your shirt, bring your left leg behind you and quickly turn.
He distracts you with a fake coin trick and in the meantime opens the clasp of your watch. While the trick continues, he makes quick movements, pushing the watch out of your arm without you noticing. If it doesn't come off, some magicians have an ace up the sleeve. He distracts you with a fake coin.
If your face suddenly turns...
He distracts you with a fake coin trick, and in the meantime...
So basically, if it doesn't work, you're just gonna...
He distracts you with...
If your face suddenly turns paralyzed, that's a bad sign. First, try to smile. If only one side of your face moves, that's a serious warning sign. Now, raise your arm in front of you and keep it steady for a few seconds. If your face suddenly turns paralyzed, that's a bad sign. First, a deaf man stumbles and falls, losing his balance. He manages to get up, but he can't call for help because he is also a mute. Fortunately, using sign language, he catches the attention of some kind gentleman. A deaf man stumbles and falls, losing his balance. He manages to... Smoking for many years can cause diarrhea and inflammation of the lungs, leading to severe coughing. Switching to an electronic cigarette may seem like a smart choice, but in reality, it could cause an electronic cough. Smoking for many years can cause diarrhea and inflammation. If your neck hurts, a chiropractor uses a hydraulic press to relieve your back. Then, with a jackhammer, he adjusts your posture by straightening your bones. Finally, he uses an ancient ninja technique to...
When I met you in the summer.
If your neck hurts, a chiropractor place the marshmallow on the knife while heating it. When it is melted, use the same knife to cut the chocolate bar. You see, chocolate gets its flavor from cocoa, not from the Kawasaki. Place the marshmallow on the knife while heating it. When it is melted,
that chocolate doesn't get the flavor from a motorcycle, but gets the flavor from cocoa.
He was dating a girl who asked him to treat her like a princess, but he was just a student and couldn't afford fancy dates or buying her flowers. So one day, he took his father's car to take her on a real date, finally giving her the real... He was dating a girl...
Throw the dice and grab every space you land on. The secret is to buy all the orange and red properties. It is very important to build 3 houses per set, never 4. And finally, if it is your first time, avoid the black pawns. Everyone knows they always end up in jail.
Throw the dice and grab every space you land on. The secret is to buy all the orange and red properties. It is very important to build 3 houses per set, never 4. And finally, if it is your first time, avoid the black pawns. Everyone knows they always end up in jail.
Throw the dice and grab every space you land on. The secret is to buy all the orange and red properties. It is very important to build 3 houses per set, never 4. And finally, if it is your first time, avoid the black pawns. Everyone knows they always end up.
Throw the dice and grab every space you land.
He fell on a lady and had to pay millions of dollars in cash. So he decided to sign up for a WWE match against one of the strongest wrestlers. As soon as he stepped into the ring, he realized it wasn't going to. He fell on the lady and...
He's fighting a helicopter? Why is he fighting a helicopter?
If you drank cola and swallowed Mentos, you might think that the reaction would cause an explosion. That's not the case. This reaction only occurs if done quickly in a small space. But if you swallow a Husqvarna, if you drank cola and bears intentionally remove their fur to wash it during winter. This happens because snow settles between the hairs and can cool their internal temperature. It is a very old practice. Bears
Yeah. This one is not funny. This one is not funny.
He shaped a bar of soap into a pistol and covered it with shoe polish ready to escape. But right after, it slipped out of his hands, revealing that the plan. He shaped a bar of soap into a pistol. If you are pregnant with a microwave, can you heat up the food you eat? When you put water...
Pregnant with the microwave? Who the hell is...
If you are pregnant with a microwave, can you heat up the food you eat?
Yeah, I'm showing that.
He shaped a bar of... If you are pregnant with a microwave, can you heat up the food you eat? When you put water in the microwave and heat it up, the electromagnetic waves cause the particles to vibrate, and if you then drink it, you could become pregnant. Finally, by eating food, you could... If you are pregnant with a microwave, can you heat up the food you eat? He saw the grenade and immediately jumped on top using his backpack. This reduced the force of the explosion. The soldier tells his story like this, but in reality, he jumped on top with his butt and absorbed the entire... He saw the grenade and immediately... He saw the grenade and immediately jumped on top using his backpack. This reduced the force of the explosion. The soldier tells his story like this, but in reality, he jumped on top with his butt and absorbed the entire... He saw the grenade... They attached several harmonicas to the car for a school experiment. Each one was perfectly measured and placed at the same distance. When the car reaches 80 miles per hour, it creates a very loud engine. They attached several Inside the buckle, a small caliber pistol was hidden. You see, this weapon was used by criminals to rob banks in the Wild West because it was easy to activate with a simple click. It was mainly used inside the buckle. The hacker was trying to steal some crypto from a billionaire wallet. He 3D printed the owner's fingerprint using a photo he found online to crack the biometric system. Finally, when the hand was ready to scan, he placed it in position. The hacker was trying to steal some crypto from a billionaire wallet. He 3D printed. He poured gunpowder directly onto the wound and set it on fire with a spark. You see, thanks to the fire's high temperature, this allows the wound to heal immediately. Finally, put on a bandage to extinguish the fire. He put a balloon in the car's exhaust pipe because when he arrived at Walmart, the parking lot was full, and he had a brilliant idea. You see, his car was much smaller than the American standard. So he loaded the car with 500 grenades. He put a balloon in the car's
Dude, what did you say at the end?
100 grenades. He put a balloon in the car's exhaust pipe because when he arrived at Walmart,
He put a light bulb in his mouth for a challenge with friends, but once inside, the light bulb was stuck, and he couldn't open his mouth wide enough to remove it. He went to the fire department and then to the hospital, but no one could help. So he screws himself to the ceiling with his friend's help and becomes a lamp. He put a light bulb in.
The helmet has different blades and scissors, all working at the same time. By placing it on your head, it will start automatically cutting your hair. This technology is very accurate. The helmet has different blades. As he approaches the escalator, he presses a special button. This causes the wheelchair to attach itself to the escalator. You see, the chair's wheels are too smooth, and they might slip into the stairs' gaps. Thanks to this excellent system, even wheelchair... As
He saw the sign at the cave entrance called the Satan's ball sack. He saw the sign at the cave entrance called the Satan's ball sack. You see, the man...
As he approaches...
He saw the sign at the cave entrance called the Satan's ball sack.
As he approached...
He saw the sign at the cave entrance called the Satan's ball sack. You see, the man was an experienced cave diver with a family and a lot of money.
Whoa, that's so cool!
He saw the sign at the cave entrance called the Satan's Ball.
The fucking Satan's ball. Okay, yeah, that's enough. The fucking Satan's ball.
Soviet soldiers would intentionally place grenades inside a regular glass during the First World War. You see, by removing the pin and placing the grenade in the glass, it doesn't explode. Then add lemon juice and vodka. Finally, shake hard for a perfect Moscow meal. Soviet soldiers place the bees in the fridge until they stop moving. Then slice a matchstick in half and glue a paper-thin wing across the top. Add tiny drops of glue to the wing, one for each bee. Then stick the bees on by their bellies, all pointing in the same direction. Make a warm fart on them. As they wake up, their wings buzz back to life and the plane will fly. Place the bees in the fridge until they stop moving. Then slice a match.
If an elephant drinks water, can you block the flow with a giant cork? You would need one about 13 inches in diameter, which might be tied with a rope. So, if the elephant drinks 50 caliber bullets, it could become a war machine.
If you accidentally swallow a tooth, it goes into your stomach where a machine duplicates it. Then your intestines put all the teeth in order and give you the ability to eat with your... If you accidentally His dingling fell off, so he decided to build one. His dingling fell off, so he decided to build one with Lego. You see, when he was born, his limbs fell off due to a rare condition. Luckily, he was a reptilian, so they grew back after a short while. But that didn't work for his skibbity. He spent days building it, and his dingling fell off. If your key breaks inside the lock, take a lighter, some TNT. Now, with the other person's help in the room, pass everything under the door and ask them to light it. Finally, you just have to wait. If your key breaks inside the lock, take a lighter and some TNT. Now, some people intentionally remove their toenails before a marathon. This is done because when you run for many hours straight, your toenails repeatedly hit the front of your shoe, which can be painful. Some extreme runners even remove skin and muscle to increase friction. Some people, if you fire a bazooka, could you catch the rocket by going at the same speed? Well, you would have to run at over 183 miles per hour and grab it from the front, but this might be very hard. Instead, you can overtake and grab it with your ass. If you fire... A cat fell from a building and landed on a criminal who was robbing an old woman. The impact made him pull the trigger, hitting a bus driver who then crashed into some scaffolding. A worker fell, an elderly man had a heart attack from the shock, but at least the old lady was safe. A cat fell from a building and landed on a criminal who was robbed. He was forced to reveal the PIN code of his safe at gunpoint. But as the robber entered the code and opened the safe, a hidden string pulled the trigger, activating an unbeatable security. He was forced to reveal the PIN code of security.
Not the sticky business.
How many iPhones Negamax would it take to reach your height? Let's assume that the new model is 8.75 millimeters thick, and you are about 5.9 feet tall. Stacking them one by one, you would need about... How many iPhones? He stops you in a dark alley and asks you to choose between two pills. The blue one will give you eternal life, but you will be poor. The red one will make you rich, but you will fart out of your mouth every time you speak. Let's imagine you choose the blue one. So now, excuse me? What the hell is going on? He stops you in a dark...
Oh my...
By pressing the button, the fan lowers to bed level. Then, by moving slightly closer to it, you can shave your butt hair. This brilliant invention was created by...
What is this? Alright, that's it for today. I don't care if this video was short. Bye, make sure to like